Yeah, Mr. Sergi, Crypto Astronaut team just told me that we're already live now. So yeah, let's just wait for a few moments for Mr. Ron and Mr. Richard. But to the people who are already joined in our Binance Live for today, hello guys, welcome. So we will be starting our AMA in just a few minutes, guys. We're just waiting for some of the team members. Thank you.
Yeah, and one thing, Catherine, that Richard might not join at times, so I will cover his part. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, no worries, that's okay. Thank you for reminding me that, Mr. Brad. Hi, Mr. Ron. Hi, Mr. Richard. Welcome. Oh, you're muted, I think, Mr. Ron.
Yeah, Ron, you're muted. Yes, and we have Richard as well.
Yeah, hello, hello. Yes, go ahead. Yes, yes, everybody. How about now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Believe it or not, my internet just went down. I'm using my phone internet.
Well, that's surprising. Yes, but it happened to me last week as well, which doesn't happen frequently, to say the
So
least.
I'm looking at my phone. It just happened like 2 minutes prior. I don't have internet. Anyway, okay. So I'm good.
Okay. So I think we're already complete now on the call. So let me ask you guys, are we ready to start?
Sure.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
so okay, that's good. So first, let's welcome everyone to our Amy for today. So hello everyone, hello Crypto Astronaut community, welcome back to another Binance Live AMA. And today, guys, we are back with Waterfall Network. So for today's AMA, we will be joined by Mr. Ron, Mr. Richard, Mr. Sergi, and Mr. Brad. So they will be the ones to be with us today on this AMA to answer all the questions that we have and also to share some updates as well about Waterfall Network. So once again, hello guys and welcome to Crypto Astronaut guys. Welcome back, I mean.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's been a while, but yeah, we're happy to be back.
Okay, thank you so much guys. Yeah, we're very pleased to have you guys back here once again. So, to start off our AMA for today, can you guys maybe give us a brief introduction to the core team that we have today behind Waterfall Network, and maybe you can also tell us about your respective roles. So, Mr. Ron, Mr. Richard, Mr. Brad, Mr. Sergi, who can start first among you guys?
I guess I'll start, then Sergey and Richard. So we'll do in that order. So Ron Resnick, I'm the CEO of Blue Wave. Blue Wave is the developer of the Waterfall Protocol, where we develop all kinds of protocols and services to support the deployment of Web3. And so that's our purpose in life. I'm an ex Intel guy, so I come out more out of the enterprise side of space. But prior to joining Waterfall project, I was the executive director and launched the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. So my background is very deep into blockchain. Sergey.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So my name is Sergey Gribnyak. I'm the head of research for Waterfall Network at Blue Wave. So yeah, we developed basically Waterfall.network is developed by us and governed by association. So I have 18 years of experience in software development. I also was a co-founding team member for the startup, which was acquired by one of the largest banks in the US. Also, I was a builder, basically. Our team and myself were the first. We were building one of the first layer tools of Ethereum based on Plasma, and in particularly Plasma Cache GitHub repository with working prototype was first at that time. Also, I'm a contributor to multiple open source projects, such as under IEEE and the few more coming. And yeah, that's what it is. I also was advising one of the governments on their implementation of the strategy for the country. Thank you for having me, and yeah, I'm passing it over to Richard.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ron and Mr. Sergey. So, Mr. Brad, do you wanna go on next?
I think
Yeah,
Richard's
okay.
muted.
Yeah, I think Richard's muted. I will take care of this. And I was the co-founder of the Foxconn blockchain and also the director of the Wanxiang blockchain, which is an affiliate of the HashKey group. And also, I will introduce Richard. Richard is the general partner of the Draper Dragon, which is the top crypto VC in the Silicon Valley and globally. So he has been investing hundreds of crypto projects in the world. So he is very familiar with the ecosystem of the crypto, and he has built several success projects by himself. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, thank you so much, guys, for the great introduction. It's a real pleasure to, of course, for the Crypto Astronaut community to meet you guys once again. So, let us start with some of the questions that we have here prepared. Okay, so the first question I have for today is for Mr. Sergi. So basically, from the previous AMAs we had, which is like a long time ago, Waterfall Network started with 2048 validators and saw a 339% TVL growth in the first month, placing third among the POS protocols by the number of validators. So those numbers are very impressive, guys. So congratulations on that. So, Mr. Sergey, can you provide us an update on the current state of the network, the total number of validators as per now, and as well as its progress?
Well, yeah, thank you for this question. So we basically, yeah, that's true. We actually, we are currently getting close to 8,000 validators, and basically this number could be found on the. Let me maybe start sharing the screen. Can I do it? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, so basically to find out where the network stands right now, we actually, one moment, yes, that screen. All right, we need to go to, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yup, it's visible now, Mr. Sergey.
All right, so we go to our website. And basically, we can see here waterfall statistics. Also, some of the statistics is shown on the homepage, but better to actually to go to the statistics page. And yeah, that's where it stands. So, what a number, 7777. So Yeah, yesterday it was 7775. So currently we have like 2 validators added into the to the network. Also, make sure you read all the information which is present here, here. So all this is important. Also, the information here also very important. So basically, but yeah, that is the number of validators. And what is good here is actually that we recently conducted the very interesting test, and I would to get some details on this topic. You can go to docs at waterfall.network, and here there are testing results. And basically, the last testnet before the launch of the network was testnet 8, and it was tested with basically the performance achieved was a little more than 11,500 transactions per second. And yeah, the servers were 2-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and basically a lot of details could be found here. So last week there was 3 tests, which by the way could be traced on the network, and here is how it looked during the peak speed. So here you can read all the states, all the network settings which was applied, and here you can check all the blocks were part of this test. So basically, yeah, the peak performance here is a little more than 12,000. Peak performance here is also a little more than 12,000, and peak performance here is actually close already to 13,000. So with that being said, and the settings were the same, and here is the block information, so it is all, we can say, on chain, but Waterfall isn't really the chain. But yeah, you can validate all this data on the network, and yeah, the interesting thing is that performance on the TPS performance, basically in terms of scalability, were higher on the mainnet than on the testnet, and this doesn't happen often, because often it is we are having, like, you know, higher metrics. I mean, networks are having higher performance on the testnet and then go to the mainnet, and then it decreases. But yeah, in our case, at least as of now, at the current state of the network, it is like this is how it looks, and yeah, we are happy and excited about it. Also, for us not to get confused, basically this number of validators, this basically a lot of this doesn't mean that each validator is a separate user. So there are users who hold like multiple, and we can say like a lot, big number of validators, right? But in general, in terms of consensus level, yeah, this is a high number, because for example, with most of the proof of stake networks, you are not able to do that, because there are a lot of how we say this. We can say that there is a lot, big number of different protocols, right? And they all look very different until you start counting the number of validators. Because if you start doing that, 1 second, let me, waterfall. By the way, it was right here. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, basically all the networks looks very different, and 1 second, very different. 1 moment. Yeah, we're close. We're very close. So yeah, all the networks look very different, and until you start counting the number of validators which are reaching consensus on them. And basically, a good portion of them have less than 100. A bigger portion of them have less than 1,000. Multiple have in thousands. But still, among popular technologies, yeah, Waterfall is currently like top 3. So, and this is just a beginning, and Waterfall was tested with much bigger number prior to launch. So almost 1.6 thousand validators reached consensus using Google Cloud servers. This test is also present. I will not be scrolling. It will take a little bit of time scrolling, but you can find all this information on our on basically on Waterfall's community channels, and yeah, then you are able to get more details on how it looks right now and more recent updates. Well, thank you for the good question, and yeah, apologies for talking a lot, but yes, something happened since the launch.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Sergey. That's actually very impressive to know. And those are, pretty amazing numbers that you guys have achieved. Congratulations on that. So, with the growing numbers of validators, basically there's a growing interest as well. And there are new users listening to us right now. So, Mr. Sergey, since we're already on the validator side of the topic, can you also explain to us how could new users join the Waterfall network and become one of your validators?
Yes, thank you for this question. So basically, well, Waterfall is a proof of stake. So obviously they need to have 32,000 water. And they for one validator, and one user can have multiple validators. And there are, in general, three ways to stake. To stake to contribute to the security of the network through staking. And these three methods are: first, you are able to do it using your local computer basically in your household. And yeah, with the current state of the network and current node requirements, like 2-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM, if you bought your laptop, say 10 years ago, there are very high chances that you will be able to run the node in your household by using your old laptop or old computer and using your unused bandwidth of your home internet. So in that sense, hardware-wise, it costs you nothing. But it is a little bit, it makes the process a little bit more complicated, because first you need to monitor the uptime. So basically, your notebook shouldn't go to sleep mode, shouldn't turn off, etc. The internet connection should be good. So for example, like it is for on right now, and for me last week, yeah, right now it would be a malfunction for functioning the node, because the internet connections should be stable. So the second thing is actually the conventional cloud providers. So Google Cloud, Waterfall was tested with Google Cloud, Amazon, Hetzner, DigitalOcean. Waterfall is part of a Google Cloud startup program, and we were part of the roadshow in Token 2049. Again, details about it are present on the community channels of the network. So, but the advantages are as follows: they provide you server uptime, they provide you the strong connection to the internet, and but you still for a very reasonable cost, because node requirements are low, so it's not expensive. But you still need to manually update, at least for now, and we are working to improve this process. But at least for now, you will still need to update the network. For example, let's say hard fork or soft fork happens, you need to update the software yourself. So it's a straightforward process, and there are guides for this, but still it is some additional burden. So you need to monitor the channels, you need to follow the announcement, and you need to know when and how to do this. And number three is staking infrastructure providers. They basically they are providing you with everything. They give you server, they monitor uptime, they give you good bandwidth, they update the software for you. And yeah, they also charge some fee for that. And yeah, this is so far as of now as is the most convenient way to do this. But there are moves to improve this process. as well. And again, staking takes like 10 to 20 minutes. So basically, you can start contributing to the network security. It is not complicated process, and there are numerous guides for how to do this. But probably in 1.5 months, there will be a step forward to make it even easier. And please follow the announcements because yeah, actually right after this AMA, I'm having this call about this process. So yeah, thank you for this question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey. That was actually very detailed and very easy to understand for our listeners right now. So for those who are interested, there is a very low entry barrier in becoming a validator. It has like very low requirements as well with the hardware. So you guys are very open to do so. Thank you very much, Mr. Sergey, for explaining that to us. So moving forward, let's talk about the water coin. So now I'm going to ask Mr. Richard and Mr. Brad for this one. So, Mr. Richard and Mr. Brad, can you maybe enlighten our users where can they currently buy the water coin, and are there any plans to expand to more exchanges listing soon?
Yes, right now, every users can buy the water token at the gate. The ticker is WATER, water. And very soon we will be listed on the Maxi, and the announcement will be released in now. So since next week, every Maxi users can buy the water token very easily with the same ticker, WATER, water. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Brad. Thank you so much for that information you shared with our community. So, going back to another technical question to back to Mr. Sergey. So earlier I think Mr. Sergey also showed to us the TPS record, right? The transaction per second. Basically, Waterfall sets a new transaction per second record on mainnet. So that's a very interesting fact to know. So can you guys provide us more details about your recent TPS test and how did that actually demonstrate the network's scalability?
So yeah, I somehow we were, by the way, very excited about it. So maybe this is why I covered most of this question during the first question. But in general, there are different websites which are measuring factual TPS on the network, right? And basically, we are currently getting in touch with. I mean, no, not we, not me personally, but our colleagues are getting in touch with such websites to actually to measure to record this and to compare it with the factual performance of other networks. And chances are that waterfall can be with factual performance because sometimes there are differences for various reasons. By the way, basically it can be one of the or maybe most scalable network in the EVM ecosystem as of now, and also it can have one of the let's say high position on the general list of the networks because the factual recorded performance of the networks are actually very close to this, and Waterfall surpasses the majority of the network. So again, this may change over time, but the technical team has research team which I'm head of, and the technical team we have the vision how to keep improving this and to how to stay relevant with this. And yeah, we are happy and enthusiastic, and yeah, the recent achievements makes us even more enthusiastic. So yeah, expect new updates, and we're in a good position, and we expect to keep being in this good position going forward.
Wow, that's very impressive, Mr. Sergey. Thank you so much for that. And by the way, congratulations. I mean, that's very proud of us to hear about from you guys. Thank you very much for that. So, another question, Mr. Sergey, for you is Waterfall Network recently made its code open source, right? If we're not mistaken. So, Mr. Sergey, can you share the reasoning behind this decision and what impact do you expect from this decision that has been made?
So yeah, thank you. Great question. We are actually so we were planning, and in the previous AMAs, you can hear me saying that yeah, we will conduct two independent security audits, and then we will make the code open source. But in reality, we can say that when we're talking about technology, we try to try our best to maintain as cautious approach as possible, because this is the uh, these are kind of like sensitive technologies which a lot of people are using, decentralized environments. So basically, there is a requirements for teams to actually think what is it they're doing. But we conducted independent security audit by hacking, and generally speaking, the industry practice it is either or, right? You either do security audit and keep the code not open source, or you are doing code open source and then you may not be required to do security audit. So we in general already combined the both. So security audit was conducted, and it was done before, prior to the launch, and yeah, there are basically there are records on this, and there was an AMA with the auditors where they share their views on the topic. And also there is yeah, the code is open source, so people are able to review and check what is it they are using before they are making the decision to use it. And also it actually opens up on the different levels the opportunity for independent developers to actually contribute to the development of the network, and different angles of this, which we probably will be covering in later. But yeah, in general, yes, we are welcoming the independent developers to come and review it, and potentially maybe suggest some improvements, some contribution to the code. And yeah, it would be great to collaborate. Waterfall is designed to be decentralized on consensus level, on development level, on whatever other levels. And yeah, we're welcoming everyone. Thank you.
Wow, that's actually a very great decision, Mr. Sergey. I think that would, basically contribute to the overall wellness of the network itself. So that's actually very good to know. Thank you for that. So, moving forward to another question. So now, this question is actually for Mr. Ron. So, Mr. Ron, can you provide us any updates on any potential partnerships with enterprise level companies? And also, can you share some insights on the current growth of the entire ecosystem of Waterfall? Oh, I think you're muted, Mr. Ron.
Okay, I'm back. Sure. So a couple of that are really very important. One is Hyperledger, and there's just a new announcement.
Yeah, I think Mr. Ron is having some internet connection issues.
Everybody who's familiar with the Linux Foundation. So Hyperledger is now part of the Linux Foundation, a newly founded. I'm unmuted my mic. Let me dial back in.
Okay, Mr. Ron, I think you're having some internet connection issues. It's like chopping up. Okay, guys, so let's wait for Mr. Ron to reconnect. So I hope everyone on the call right now, on the audience side right now, I hope you guys are enjoying the AMA. Waterfall Network has actually done a lot of impressive things. We know it's been a while since we had AMA with them, right? So it's very great to have all of this amazing news right back into our community. So yeah, let's wait for Mr. Ron to reconnect back. While we're waiting, guys, I highly recommend everyone to check out the social media links of Waterfall Network, which is already posted, I think, on the Crypto Astronaut community. Let me confirm. Hold on. Let me just confirm if it's now posted. Yeah, it's already posted, guys. So you can check it out. It's on the pinned messages in our chat. So join their Telegram community, guys. Follow them on their official X account. And you can also explore their website, their documentations for more additional information that you need to know about Waterfall Network, whether you want to be a validator. The documentations and the website is a very great help for you guys. So, okay, they also have some Discord and Instagram. So, yeah.
Maybe while we're waiting for Ron, let's process to the next question, and then when Ron reconnects, here he is.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I think we have Mr. Ron back.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yup, all okay now.
Crazy. All right, sorry. Um, so I started to say that Hyperledger is part of the Linux Foundation, and the Linux Foundation, as you know, I've got to believe is the world's largest repository of open source code. Been doing it for decades. So one of our objectives has been to have the Waterfall protocol join Hyperledger and be part of this. So we're in the process of doing that right now, and there's a new entity in Hyperledger. They've now joined up within the Linux Foundation. They've now formed a new entity called the Linux Foundation Centralized Trust, and it's their flagship organization to foster innovations and collaborations for the deployment of decentralized systems and technologies. And it fuels the open collaborative development of the growing ecosystem of blockchain. Part of the work they'll be doing is ledger, identity, which is really important, interoperability, cryptographic, and all other technologies. So currently they have 17 projects. They have over 100 plus founding members, the biggest companies in the world to join this. So we feel it's very important for Waterfall to be part of this. So we've been working on this for about 6 months to be a member. We're in the final stages of going through that whole process. And so the key objective is to grow community of developers globally who are also part of the general interest to deliver great services and solutions based on decentralized apps to support all these opportunities to build a better world. So that's what we've been focusing on. And to the prior question on open source, that has to be open source. So everything that we're doing is to support the whole notion of open source, decentralization, and so that's one of the main efforts for us that we're involved in. Another entity that we care about is I'll just say interoperability. And so we've spent a major effort to work with WANchain, for example. And they drive global adoption through cross-chain interoperability. They build fully decentralized direct bridges. It connects many of the world's siloed blockchain networks. So we're part of that now. We're integrated with them, and by doing so, you have 3 different capabilities. You can have token bridges with no intermediaries. Or relay networks to complete the cross-chain transactions. And when you move assets from one blockchain to another, the assets are transferred directly from the source chain to the destination chain. So you don't have any intermediary. That's critical. We have that implemented within Waterfall. In addition, they have decentralized cross-chain solutions for Xflows, native to native cross-chain transformations for asset transfer, and also in the future NFT bridges as well. So by working with companies like WanChain, getting involved with Hyperledger, that opens the whole world of companies for us to partner with who care about, even though they're big companies, and many folks perceive some of them as very centralized, but they recognize the importance of decentralization, Web 3.0, and without having them participate, it's not going to happen. So the fact that we're working in both communities, the incumbent community that of course we're talking to right now, but many of these folks can join. Just as a little plug for them, you don't have to be a member of Hyperledger, just like any other community. You don't have to join, you don't have to do anything. All you need to do is sign up and you're part of it and you can make contributions. So we see this as being a great way for us to open up the whole world in a more established way that's been around forever to do so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ron, for that. That was actually very fantastic to know that you guys are having this potential partnerships. It's actually very good for the growth of Waterfall Network. Thank you so much, Mr. Ron, for that. So, moving forward to another question. So, I think I'm just gonna address this question to all of you guys here. So, basically, I think you guys have recently completed an Asia Roadshow, if I'm not mistaken. So, can you guys share your insights from the Asia Roadshow?
I think I can start because yes, I was there. Well, we delivered we met a lot of people, a lot of potential partners in various ways. We actually have done, I think, in total probably more than 10. There was more than 10 speaking engagements in various formats, and yeah, the information about it is present on our on the network's community channels. And yeah, then basically there were interested parties among both like companies, among developers, and among the community in general. So yeah, we like what we do, and we like that people like what we do. So that was a good way in some sense to validate it often is important. Okay, whether what we it's important to know whether what we are doing has do people need this, especially in this kind of crowded space of different technologies, in particular layer one networks. So yeah, the feedback was in generally positive. We like what people are saying. Yeah, we will be able to see more updates for us soon as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, for that. So, Mr. Brad, Mr. Ron, do you guys have any other thing to add on that? Or I think Mr. Sergey perfectly touched it well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Ron, you take the first.
I wasn't there, so I don't have much.
Ah, I see.
Richard was there. Richard, do you have anything to add?
Let me take it. Yeah. And we have been hosted several conference and meetup in Asia, including the Bali and also the Seoul and Shanghai and Hangzhou and then Singapore. And during those meetups, we still feel the vitality of the crypto, even it is not even the crypto has facing a lot of legal and compliance issue inside China, but the people here are very enthusiastic about the crypto. We are amazing that every conference we have that at least 100 people join us. The largest even have 400 to 500 people to join us. the power of the community and the support of their crypto is that really shakes us. So we have been being so confident that we need to build a large scale infrastructure for the crypto world, so the waterfall can take the lead. And everyone is quite exciting about the ultra performance that waterfall has been showing to them. Yeah, they are really amazing about this. So I think we're prepared for the next generation apps, such as the social apps and the game apps. Not just right now social fi or GameFi things. We are ready for the really large scale app. We're waiting for this. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, Mr. Brad, for those insights you shared with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So, another really amazing thing about waterfall, Mr. This question is for Mr. Sergey. So, we've heard that Waterfall Network successfully passed testing with 1.5 million validators with support from Google Cloud. Okay, that's actually very big. Congratulations once again. So, following this, you guys were also been invited to a Google event. So, wow, that was really big. So, could you share your experience from the event, and are there any key takeaways you can also share with our community?
Uh, well, that was definitely so. Let me put it this way. Yeah, we were accepted through to Google startup program in one of our, by the way, Asian road show, which was happening this winter. Well, I mean the past winter, and yeah, that's I would say because of their support, we were able to test our assumptions on this scale, and actually it allowed us to fix multiple fix multiple things which we didn't expect to happen on this scale. But without Google, probably it would be rather hard to achieve this, because we were not planning to conduct this testing, and then we decided, okay, if we have their support, let's do it. So secondly, the Google actually providing with a good number of learning resources, and there are multiple levels of how this could be implemented, and and in general the networking opportunities there. Yeah, all the high quality projects, high quality networking, and yeah, it was great to be a speaker at Google's office. So yeah, we appreciate their support, and we most certainly are happy to be part of this program. And this essentially helps us both on the angles of the community-driven kind of the let's say helps association on the angle of their work with community and the public network, and helps Blue Wave on the angle of the enterprise, and let's say more focus on the real life use cases. So that definitely worthwhile experience, and great experience. And yeah, we most certainly appreciate the support. Thank you.
Wow, that's very impressive. Thank you, Mr. Sergey, for sharing that. And actually, I think that's a really great milestone as well. For Waterfall Network, that's a great milestone you guys have achieved. So once again, we're actually very proud as a crypto astronaut community. Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, for that. So, I have one last question for you guys, for Mr. Ron or Mr. Sergey. Any of you guys can take the question. So, can you guys provide an update on any upcoming technological advancements, developments that we can expect for Waterfall Network? Let's say, in the near future, because we noticed that you guys are preparing to launch a one-click setup server. So, could you also share much more details regarding that?
Yeah, I think that's Sergey's area, and we have an extensive roadmap, though, that we share with folks that Sergey can talk about all the way through 2026. So we have a lot of projects that are in the works. Some of them will actually be done through joining the Linux Foundation, where we create the project there. So we have others from the community who want to contribute to projects. So it's not us, the community actually makes their contributions. Just like when I ran the EEA, we had the foundation and the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. We're doing the same thing, but we're doing it where it's completely non-denominational. It's whoever wants to join, whoever wants to participate. It's not just about our protocol, it's about what you can do with it. So Sergey, if you want to talk about some of the near-term updates that you guys are planning.
Well, yes, thank you. There are actually a few things happening. So first of all, there are happening deployments on the network itself. So some of which Ron mentioned, some of which will be announced. Again, I don't want to make like some forward-looking statements that it will happen at this date, right? It's better to report on what has already happened, right? And then basically and then highlight something which is expected. So we basically in the short term, currently protocol like the network itself, public network, is in the process of building the system. So there are multiple projects which are getting deployed, and obviously the technical team is providing assistance to them. What is good about it that the leads for this are coming from different sources, and these are not the, let's say, connections of ours, right? So it's not like some people whom we knew for like 2 years, and they, for example, deploy. At least there is a good part of these people that they deploy because they know us, right? There are people who we met, who heard our presentations, or even people who listen to our AMAs, read about our projects, etc., who are cold approaching us through the community channels, and that's really good, and you can basically there are discussions about it in Telegram and Discord mostly, so everyone is welcome to join and observe it. The other thing is there is as I said, there are improvements to the process of staking. So to contribution, people the increase of the convenience of using the cloud providers, conventional cloud providers, in particularly Google Cloud. There are also different ecosystem improvements to simplify this process. So because the security of the network is highly dependent on the number of let's say on its decentralization. So the more convenient it is, the higher decentralization is able to be achieved. Also, there probably will soon be announcement about hard fork with some new updates of the network. So yeah, and then we in general work on multiple other things which are reflected in the roadmap, which are reflected in the which were reflected in previous AMAs, and in particular the research group is currently reviewing the multiple approaches to parallel processing, which is a very important update for the public network. It allows to keep achieving the first boosting scalability, and also part of this work is relevant to keep the node requirements low, even on the scale of the network. So basically, and there is a work being done there, and yeah, there will be soon announcements on this. Soon announcements on this topic, and please follow our updates and see what people are talking actually in our community channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey and Mr. Ron, for sharing the things that we can expect into the future. So, guys, Crypto Astronaut community, there's lots of things to expect. So, the best thing that we can do is to be, of course, to stay updated. So, how we can stay updated, of course, by joining their Telegram community, by following them on their official X account, and they also have a Discord Instagram for you guys to follow. So yeah, follow those social media accounts. And for more additional information about Waterfall, if you guys are a new listener here in the space, please check their website out. We also have a documentation available for you guys to read as well. So yeah, everything is available, guys, on our Telegram community. So make sure to access everything in there for your own convenience. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for all of the enlightening answers you provided us for today. Actually, it's been very impressive to hear back once again from Waterfall Network. So before we officially end the AMA, do you guys have any other message for the community? Like any closing remarks?
No, I think we're good. Thank you.
Well, we're always happy to provide some, basically, again, we are welcoming everyone right now to contribute to the both development of the ecosystem and both development and development of the network itself. We're open to any suggestions community can provide, and yeah, let's together build, the kind of the bright future of this, we can say, promising technologies, and one of the teams and the projects which are working on the edge of the innovation in this industry, which we are. And yet, thank you for having us.
Yep, thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, Mr. Ron, Mr. Brad, and Mr. Richard for today's AMA session. Once again, it's been a pleasure to have you guys back here. So, I believe that concludes our AMA for today. Thank you very much once again, guys, and thank you, Crypto Astronaut community, for tuning in on this AMA. I hope you guys learned a lot once again. So, yeah, that ends our AMA for today. Have a very good one, everyone. Bye bye. Thank you.
Yeah, it was
Bye.
good to see you. Thank you for having us. Goodbye.